What's up everybody, Austin here with the Evolving Tank. Today we're going to deep dive into my 400-gallon planted community aquarium with a tour that will go through every fish and shrimp we currently have. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that button and join us on this journey, but what better way to kick this off than with one of my favorites, the Majestic Congo Tetra. They've really come into their own with their full adult colors. When I first got them, they were way smaller and had much more subdued colors. But now their full colors are really on display, making them one of the real jewels in the aquarium. Of course, that's the males. The females are more plain looking in comparison, but they're important as well because it's for the females that the males really put on a show in the morning. They start dancing around and it looks like they're really just showing off. These guys are real survivors too. Remember when I first got them, I discovered they had ick and had to treat my entire tank. They really weathered that storm though, and look just how far they've come now. Next are the Dennison Barbs, aka Roseline sharks. More rock stars in our tank. Their vibrant colors and energetic behavior are what really makes them showstoppers. They've grown a lot since their quarantine days. It wasn't until recently when I looked back at an old video I had that I realized just how big they've gotten now. And they still have much more to grow. When these guys are zipping around the tank at 6 inches long, that'll be a real sight to see. They'll be some of the biggest guys in here. Now let's talk about some of our smallest guys. More stars in our aquarium, the glow light Danios. A large portion of them are actually the babies I bred and showed you all in a previous video. Now they've grown into stunning adults themselves, blending in with the parents. Watching them school and play around together is even more rewarding when you know you're the one that bred them. And now let's talk about the fascinating Hillstream Loaches. Native to fast-flowing streams and rivers in Asia, these loaches have a unique appearance and usually hang out on surfaces like the glass, rocks, and the wood. I think it's very cool when they're on the glass though, because you can get a real close look at their underside. They look like aliens. Then there's the live bearers, the Guppies and the Platies. Both known for their vibrant colors. The Platies have now settled in. They're the newest fish in the tank, just added in my last video. Watching them swim around in their new home is one of my favorite things. The Guppies, in true guppy fashion, are trying to breed every time I look at them. But given all the larger fish I have in the tank, none of the babies have made it yet. But I think one day in the future, when there's enough plant cover, a few of them just may. But we'll see. The Stir-by Corridor. They're always busy exploring and sifting around in the sand with their little barbells. These catfish constantly scavenge the substrate looking for any tidbits that might have been missed by the others during feeding time. Their social nature and playful antics make them a joy to watch. Moving on to the enchanting Peacock Gudgeons. These small and peaceful fish are always entertaining to watch. With their vibrant colors and elegant fin displays, it's no wonder they're a favorite in the hobby. They're also some of the more curious fish in my 400-gallon. Anytime I add in a new fish, they're some of the first ones to check them out. Moving on to their cousins, the Empire Gudgeons. These guys have really unique personalities. They were a bit shy at first, but once they settled into the aquarium, their vibrant colors and active nature really started to shine through. When I'm not near the aquarium, they glide around enjoying all the space, but as soon as they see me walking up, they rush to the glass, swimming back and forth so fast it's hard for me to even get a good video of them. I think they might just be greedy though and expecting some food. The 3 rainbow sharks are some of my favorites, but I've always liked the shark-like fish. The black rainbow shark holds the title of the largest, kind of ruling over the others. The difference in size between the black and the albino rainbow shark is more surprising since I added them to the tank at the same time. She definitely knows she's the biggest too. When it gets to feeding time, she'll chase off the others to make sure she gets as much food as she wants. Don't worry though, no one actually gets hurt. The albino rainbow shark is the shyest. He spends most of his time in the big piece of driftwood he claimed as his territory. And the ghost rainbow shark, it's not shy at all. It's always out and about, gracefully grazing on plants and driftwood. I can't wait to see what he looks like a few months from now. Our Siamese algae eater is the unsung hero of algae grazing. And recently, I've noticed he's figured out something he can eat off of the floating plants as well. He'll sit at the top of the tank by the floating plants, completely vertical. It actually scared me the first time I saw it. I thought one of the fish had died and was floating around. Then there's the mono shrimp. These little crustaceans are nature's cleanup masters, tirelessly working to keep the tank sparkling clean. Their constant scavenging helps keep the algae at bay. They help clean up the leftover fish food, ensuring a pristine environment for the community. And last but not least, the bamboo shrimp. They're so cool to watch with their unique fan-like appendages, which they use to filter feed. But guess where they love to hang out? These bamboo shrimp have a habit of sitting on top of my heater, which sits directly in the flow of my FX6 canister filter. They just sit there capturing all the food particles as they float by. Not just that, sometimes they'll park themselves right on the FX6's intake. It looks like they enjoy the increased flow there as well. And once they find a spot they like, it seems like they're happy to sit there all day, every day. I hope you enjoyed meeting each inhabitant up close and personal. Is there a particular species you'd love to see in our community? Let me hear your suggestions in the comments below. And if you want to follow along with the journey of these fish and any new guys that may be joining them in the near future, please consider subscribing. But that's all I have for you all today. I'll see you all next time.